Yeah, I've been trying to sit here figuring out my screen capture for a good minute now, but I just can't seem to get it to work right. So, instead of that, and see that's another thing, it'd be lagging every time I first start. But I just wanted to show y'all my little village. Got water, water's low. We in day 944. I think this was a 700-day drought. We built the whole little dam mechanism over here. Store the water up. Dam drainage system. So laggy. It actually goes into here. It comes down. So if I need to empty that out, it'll go back into the stream. But then it comes down, goes over here, comes to this little lake, through that little lake, comes through here. This is my energy farm, by the way. Through here. And I love the geography on this thing. Like, it was not easy to build. It took some strategizing. Just to keep it even like a highway. That's what I like about it the most. It took a lot just to keep it real even. It goes through there. Comes over here. That's why I'm farming the bad water. The district crossing zone here. And this is a little lake. That little lake fills up and then it helps irrigation throughout here. Inside the secondary village. I kind of share the secondary village pathing. Oh, hang on, my eye itches. I kind of share the secondary village passing. And I kind of share the path with the first village. We only got 2 villages. That's probably why it's so laggy too, because the first village is so huge. The second village. But I really wanted it to make paper and whatnot. Like this path here. Yeah, that path is for the village. But then you can see this path right here is for the other village. And it really helps get things done in here. Yeah, this village is huge. It has a whole farm system. I built a big farm. I powered it with some little cropper thingies. That way we can just keep water throughout the whole village. And more water. Lots and lots of power. That's the whole storage system here. Instead of having to build that thing one by one, I had them build storages. The storages, I had them get the stuff to the storage. That way they can just go from there to here in the storage. And then the storage system will work. It's one of those things I probably could have built foolproof, but I know that the wind ain't never gonna be off that long to actually use all of that storage or that backup power, so I made a little piece right here that connects the entire system. And the system's actually a 2-part system. And it only needed to be that big because these things took a lot of energy. All the pumps, those pumps take a tremendous amount of energy. They really didn't. See, really, I didn't even really need the pumps because of the new feature that they added with these doors, the sluices. So I really didn't need these pumps anymore. This is just from the previous design. Before they added the sluices in, I had to get the water from ground level all the way up. But because I like electrical challenges I'm not a big fan of having the the iron teeth breed. I just like the regular folktale breed where you just build a house and they do it naturally. I ain't never went to an iron teeth village yet. And so that just gives me a electrical challenge. I wish we could upgrade some of this stuff though. Like I wish we could upgrade the farmhouses to have more beavers and stuff, or have multiple recipes. I wish we could upgrade some of the performance shops and the woodworking shops to have more stuff. Like I wish we had a use for all these science points. Cause you look over here, I got almost 200k science points. So much that it's not even nothing to unlock with it. They done built everything already. There's a little hospital area. That way if they get sick or anything like that, contaminated water or whatnot, they just have a little hospital bay area. I'm really glad they added this feature because I wanted this for a long time. Because I could make underground storages. You can see under there, it's underground storage. I had an issue with it running back because this little area right here would flood if these reels ain't kept at the right depth. Then when the water comes through, it'll flood. So I ended up making a drainage system right here. And the drainage system, let me see. The drainage system goes underground and comes out over here and exhausts that water into this trench. And this little trench itself is a drainage process too. It goes down and it goes all the way out to the edge of the world. And I built more sluices in there. So that's the deep underground city. Got that drainage. I think it's another drainage pipe somewhere over here. I guess not. This is the underground storage. Yeah, as you can tell, it's a lot bigger than it originally looked. It makes me so happy about this design. It's how I designed the water escape, because before that water escape and escape into the underground passage over there, this thing would fill up with water so much that I had to have a pump right here, and that pump pumped all the water. It channeled it all through this middle piece, and it pumped all the water out of here. Otherwise, it'd take like almost 10-20 days for it to dry up. But that's the underground section. Let's see. A few on top. Bottom of the hospital area. This is that pump system right here. It's really cool. Most of the main village hasn't changed. But if y'all want a complete video or series, or y'all want to see me just build one of these villages from scratch, just let me know. Because I've always had an idea to do so, but I've never exactly just had, the screen software or any idea how to really set that stuff up. I never really tried. But if y'all think it would be a good idea, or y'all think it'd be something that y'all like to see in the future, just let me know. I like watching all the stuff come back. This took forever to build, by the way. But not as long as my first time ever building it, though. The first time I built it, it was like 3 real days. It's not even that long no more. Let's see, is there anything that I'm forgetting? I got this little exit point coming out here. That way when this thing gets full, or say I walked away and bad tide started and all of this filled up with bad water, well, I needed a way to drain it out, so I created this. And it's just a little exit point. It only opens when it detects bad water. And then I carved this channel out here too. And that way all that water can come out nice and easy. Sometimes this gets too full as well if I don't manage it through these gates up here. And then sometimes this will fill up and it'll cause overflow over here, and it'll cause overflow through the valley and go straight back into the village, and then the village will flood. So I had to get creative with my water measure. And honestly, I'm glad they added those little highways, the little rope things, because that makes travel so much faster. Yes, I still wish we could upgrade some of our things. Let me know what I should put over here in this village, how I should expand it. This was kind of like my college town. So it was just a bunch of paper and a bunch of books and stuff, but yeah, most of that's already filled up. If you go and look at this underground, I need to get better at this. It's not as far out as I originally intended on it to be, but I know it can be a lot bigger. I was planning on making it a real mass storage area. That's the water channels. The water usually will come from this lake over here, but you know it's a drought, so it's dry. But it will come, fill up all of this, and then that's how it keeps the village nice and green. And these two areas here is how the village is getting power. It's how these two strips are getting power, through these two centers right here. And I have it stretched out to where whatever needs power can just get power. That power comes all the way from the village at the base. If you follow those two things down, there's a channel right here. And this channel right here is connecting the main village. And even that has a whole distribution center within itself. And that power goes from there, goes all the way over here, it comes back through there. Yeah, there you go. It drops all the way to the bottom, goes over here, comes back up one, and then takes a journey through here, goes out through there, and then from here it goes back up to the surface to these buildings here, and then from those buildings there it cuts across. See if I can try to show you. It cuts across right here through the dirt digger thingy. It comes over to here, comes through this workshop, goes through this workshop, and comes out, comes around to this, I call them filters, because that's what they're doing. They're filtering the water. The centrifuge, and then it goes through that centrifuge, through this path right here, comes all the way down, comes back down through here, goes through these, which these were here from the beginning of the village. These been here for a long time. These are like ancient history in this village. And then it comes through this little point right here. And then once it gets through that point right here, it goes back underground, and the underground route leads to the whole system. Even the system is kind of dynamic within itself because it's not as straightforward. Let's see. Goes through there. Goes all the way up. Like I say, I like to test my storage system every now and again, so that's why it's ran like this. That way, if I cut power either here or either there, if I cut power here, all of the windmills are offline and the storage system has to kick in. And I think that takes it. I think it takes about. I want to say it takes about 30 game days before it's actually out of power. And then these are two separate systems here. I built this system on this side first, and I expanded it. These are the expansions. And then I built this system on this side here because when all of those pumps are running, it just was not enough energy, despite how many it actually is. And those connect here through there, and then these connect through here. I designed them just to see how much power they output at times. I already know it can't cover the entire demand, but I don't know, it's fun to experiment with things sometimes. Let's see. Even all of these together, it puts out quite a bit of power, that's for certain. Quite a bit. And next to it is the tree farm. Like I say, I like watching this thing get built, it's always funny. The tree farm, we have the oak farm. Over here, they just kind of harvest these. It's the pine and the maple, the chestnut trees. Blueberries and dandelions to make that medicine if I ever need it. These are wood storages, because all that wood has to go somewhere. You know, despite how much wood I actually use, I've never run out of it. Even building this thing here, this is the closest I ever came to running out of wood. And I still didn't run out. I still had over 2,000 pieces of wood. So I think it's safe to say that this village doesn't struggle much at all, even in the harshest of droughts. Like I say, I think this was a 700-day drought. And, we're not quite out of water yet, but yeah, we still got 194 days to go. But I think we'll make it, because we still got a lot of water. We still got places that are still just full of water. I think the hardest thing to get caught up on is this catalyst. But once they're in production of it and once everything is rolling smoothly, that catalyst kind of flows and stays in stock. So I'm happy with that, but that was the hardest thing to produce out of everything here. I'm thinking of trying a village like this again. This is like my 4th iteration of it. But like I say, if y'all want to see it, just let me know, and I'll definitely post some content with it. Crap, I didn't even realize this was a 19-minute video. I just started talking. Alright, well, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow me for more Timberborn content. Alright.